What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with a brand new review for Rated to Love. This is season 8, you guys. This is episode number 7. The episode was titled Meet the Exes, you guys. So before we jump into this, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Ready to Love, shall we? All right, so I do want to give a little update real quick. And hey, Shana, how you doing this morning? So I want to give a quick update. So the pre-recorded video that is coming very soon. It is still processing on YouTube, and I'm having to wait for my ads to be able to be put on there. So the pre-recorded video is coming soon, but I want to go ahead and just get the live out the way. So, what are we thinking about this episode so far, and what are we thinking about this season overall too? For me personally, I think this season is a little bit lackluster. It's not giving what it was supposed to give. I'm not really feeling it, but hey, I definitely want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the live chat below and in the comment section as well. So this episode, it is titled Meet the Exes, right? So you guys know what we're doing. These guys are going to be introducing their connections to their exes. And I still don't understand why we do this on Rated to Love. Why are we introducing the connections to the exes? It literally makes no sense to me, but hey, this is their show. I'm gonna let them live and do what they want to do. Shana says this season is boring. Yeah, I think what it is for me with this season is the fact that I don't think any of these people actually have connections. Like, I don't see anybody having a connection. So we are down to the final 5 men, right? So we have Chris, Phil, Mario, Herbert, and Quentin. So those are the 5 men that are left. And then of the ladies, we have Jessica, Kieran Hubboots, Lee, Janelle, Sierra, and is that it? Lee, Jessica, Sierra, Janelle, Kira. So do we have 5 ladies left? That don't seem right. Oh, and Aries. Oh my god, I forgot about Aries. My bad. Aries. So the first person to introduce their exes to their connections was Mario. When it comes to Mario, he dresses up for the gentleman's lounge, but when it comes to him going out on these dates with these women, he put absolutely zero effort into those outfits. And I'm like, sir, what is going on here? He had on a black shirt with some gym shorts. So he is introducing his ex-girlfriend to Janelle and Jessica. I was sitting here thinking to myself, where is that ex at? Where's that baby? The mother of his child. Where is she at? Because I mean, I want to see her because sis had so much to say on TikTok and not a lot to say on TikTok, right? But he's introducing the ex to his to Janelle, which I'm so confused about Janelle being here. I did not know he had a connection with Janelle, and even with Jessica, the connection with Jessica, I question that connection because it just doesn't give me a authentic connection. And like I said, it feels like this season to me that I think a lot of people are just playing literally a numbers games because I don't really see the connections. I don't see them with anyone. But like I said, you guys definitely tell me what you think and feel, and we'll definitely discuss it, right? But yeah, he's introducing them. He's introducing his ex to Janelle and to what's her name again? Janelle and Jessica. So he wants the ex to get down to like their sexual appetite. And I thought that was a little weird. Why would you want your ex to ask that question, right? And then he also wants to talk about, religion, faith, spirituality, right? Now, here's the thing that I'm going to say it more than once probably throughout this live. But the thing that confuses me with these people is the fact that they say they have these connections, right? They talk off camera, right? But then when we see certain scenes, certain things just don't add up, don't align, and don't make sense. Because For him to have this connection with Jessica and with Janelle, for them to not know that he is not a, he's a spiritual person and not someone who, because I feel like they go to church, right? But for him, he's more on a spiritual side. And so I was just like, what conversations have y'all had about this? Because it doesn't seem like y'all have had very many, right? So Shana says these deaf aren't genuine connections because why didn't any of the ladies know about his spirituality? Exactly. So I have to say, when it comes to Janelle and what's her name, Jessica. Sorry, I don't mean to keep saying what's her name because she actually tweeted me this week, right on Wednesday, because I went to the dentist office and she had tweeted me because I tweeted that one thing about the Rate of the Love cast is, baby, they gonna blame editing on everything, right? And so she was like, she tweeted me and she said it's not always, I can't remember what she said, but she tweeted me about that, and yeah, but I just don't understand how they have these connections and they didn't know that this man was a spiritual person, right? And then the fact that he said, his what I will say, I respected Jessica and Janelle when the woman brought up the sexual appetite. She said they both said, "No, thank you, ma'am." And I was with that, like, why are you an ex asking me about my sexual appetite? Girl, mind your business. Good morning. Beautiful photo. Good morning. But yeah, when she was talking about the sexual appetite, I was just like, I was with them. Now, where Janelle and Jessica kind of lost me at was the spiritual side when the woman was talking about bringing out the tarot cards. Granted, I get that you might not be into that, and that might not be your thing, so to speak. But when y'all were talking in y'all interviews, I will say that both Jessica and Janelle in their interviews, it just came off very disrespectful to me, and I want you guys to tell me how you felt about that, right? And again, like I said, I don't have an issue with the fact that, and they both say that in their households, they want someone who, is God fearing and stuff like that, right? I don't have an issue with that. And then for Janelle to say that, she doesn't want to do those pagan things, I was like, Janelle, pagan, you do realize that the holidays that we celebrate are pagan, right? Halloween is a pagan holiday. Um, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all those kind of things, those are pagan. Now, Thanksgiving might not be, I can't remember, but I know that Christmas and New Year's are very much pagan. So, what are you talking about? And then the other thing, you guys may agree, I said it in my video, which is getting ready to be uploaded pretty soon. But my issue with her talking about religion, here's the thing, you guys, and you guys may feel a way about me saying this. Religion, y'all do realize that with religion, it was taught to the slaves by the master. When the slaves were brought here from the motherland, when the slaves were brought here from the motherland, they didn't have Christianity. They did voodoo. They did hoodoo and all that kind of stuff. The issue y'all have when y'all call that stuff black magic and all that stuff, y'all are going off of what Hollywood has done, how Hollywood has bastardized that stuff and made it look one type of way. Because when you see voodoo stuff on television, what do you typically see? Y'all see people with the voodoo dolls sticking the pins in people. That is not what voodoo is. So that's my problem. That is my problem. But for Janelle to sit there and say she doesn't deal with this pagan stuff, the holidays are pagan, my dear. The holidays that we celebrate are very much so pagan. So I wanted Janelle to miss me with that shit. Like, I really wanted her to miss me with that. Shana says Mario wanted his ex to ask him about sex, which made it even worse. Terrible. I thought that was disgusting, to be quite honest with you. So, Motown Investor says all the holidays are pagan. Okay, I thought I was right. Like, what is she talking about? This pagan stuff, girl. The holidays that we celebrate are pagan. So I think you just heard that. I think you just heard that word and just felt like using it in a sentence because the holidays are very much so pagan. And like I said, once again, religion, Christianity, those are things that were taught to the slaves by the slave masters. I just want y'all to remember that. Go watch College Hill season 2. They actually kind of touched on it in season 2 of College Hill. So I don't have an issue with them and their religion because I am very religious, right? I believe in God. I believe in the Lord, right? But for me, I have a spiritual connection with him. I have since done away with the church, right? I don't go to church. Only time you'll see me in church is if I'm going to a funeral. I hate to say it, but that's the only time you're gonna see me in a church house, right? So they ended that date. And then we see Quentin. So Quentin is introducing his ex to Lee and to Janelle, right? And his ex asked about physical connection. So I'm assuming that he told her that there's no physical connection. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention in my video that I'm gonna mention here is when he sat down with his ex, did you guys hear the fact that he asked her if she had a boyfriend? Why are you asking that question, sir? You're not with her, so why you care if she has a boyfriend or not? So when Lee and Janelle showed up, so you guys, Lee has tweeted me last night, right? Because I said for me with Lee, I don't think Lee shrunk away in this particular scene. I think the thing that happened with Lee was Lee felt a little disrespected. But I will say though with Lee that she does kind of disappear. We don't see her on the show. And so Lee did tweet me last night, and let me go and find it. I don't know how to share my screen yet, you guys, but let me go to my Twitter and I will find the tweet because like I said, I tweeted last night about Lee, and I basically said that I want Lee to step up and just step up and come to the forefront because again, we don't really see that much of Lee, but Lee said that we didn't get to see what they filmed of her, right? Because she said, here's the last week that she said to me, y'all are missing some of the best moments, and I hate that, right? So what I said, what I said to her initial said tweeted was, I need Lee to stand out more. She gives that like she's kind of quiet and reserved, right? So she said that's a fair statement from the show. And she says, thanks for watching. And I said, I like you. I wish they show more of you so we can see your personality. And she said, y'all are missing some of the best moments. And I hate that, right? Like I really do want Lee to step up. But also what I have to say is honestly, I don't. Again, like I've said plenty of times already, I don't think that any of these people have real, true, authentic connections. It just feels like it's a game of the numbers of let's get to the end, and that's not what this show is about, right? This show is about finding love. So they were talking about the physical connection, right? The physical connection is not there, and I I'm in agreement with both Lee and Janelle. We're in a process where we're dating multiple people. So I don't want to kiss you and then you're going around and kissing other people. So basically what it is Lee and Janelle are waiting for one or the other to go home before they can get, touchy feely with Quentin. Now, the thing is with Quentin, he's kind of he's a little confusing, right? Because you guys remember in that gentleman's lounge when he said that he feels like he and Lee are already in a relationship, but when Janelle, she's his number one. But then in this scene right here, he was talking about the fact that he ghosted Lee. And I was like, sir, why did you mention that in front of Janelle? That wasn't cool. I was on Lee's side because that's why I think Lee pulled back. It's like, damn, bruh, you really gonna say that in front of her? So then they also asked what broke up Quentin and his ex. So she says she wanted exclusivity and he didn't. And see, I don't know if they edit this out or not because I would have had a follow up question. My question back to old girl would have been like, okay, so how long ago was this? Tell me how long ago this was when you wanted to be in a relationship with him, but he didn't want to be in a relationship with you. Like, can you please kind of let me know that? And we would have went from there. But it doesn't look like they asked that question from what we can see from the editing, right? So then the next day we got is Chris. So Chris was introducing his ex to Aries and to Jessica, right? Now, when it comes to Aries and Chris, I don't see a love connection there. What I see from Aries and Chris, I see more of a mother-son connection. I see more of a friend connection. But as far as a love connection, baby, it just ain't there. Let me know, do you guys see a connection with them as well? Because, like I said, for me, I don't see it. You know, if you guys see it, you might see it. But for me personally, JB just does not see the connection between them. So after that, Jessica showed up, right? Now, when Jessica showed up, I didn't think anything negatively about Jessica showing up. I was just like, oh, okay, Jessica's here, right? But I noticed that when Jessica came in, the ex, she kind of shrink, she kind of her demeanor completely changed. And I was like, hmm, that's kind of telling that your demeanor changed. I was just trying to figure out what was going on there because, like, I mean, she was so, you know, upbeat when old girl came in, but then she was so upbeat when Aries came in, but then when um Jessica came in, it was a different situation. You said Marvin is a DVD. He's trying to promote a new way to exploit black women. Yeah. He, you know, I did see on Chloe's channel that he has a girlfriend. So I ain't gonna speak too much on Mr. Marvin. I didn't see it for him, but I do think I think a lot of them come on there with ulterior motives. Hey, LNV, how you doing this morning? So where were we at, you guys? Oh, the date with Jessica, the ex, and with Chris and Aries, right? Now, Jessica was asking the question. From what I could see, Jessica was the one that was mainly asking the questions. So she was asking the question of, with your relationship, how did it end, right? So the ex-girlfriend said that she didn't want to be the forever girlfriend. And I was like, this is the second time we've heard this. That's exactly what what's his name? Quincy's girlfriend just basically said in a different way. She said she wanted exclusivity. That means she wanted to be exclusive with him, but he wasn't ready for a relationship. And then with this one, he just wanted a forever girlfriend. So I don't know if there was again, I don't know if there's any follow-up questions with these people because I would have definitely followed up and asked her, like, so how long ago was this when you were in a relationship with him? And the fact that he just wanted a forever girlfriend, like, tell me how long ago this was. So again, this could be editing, but they're not asking the questions that need to be asked. And I'm just baffled by it because I would have straight up asked that girl, like, hey, okay, so you said that you didn't want to be a forever girlfriend. So how long we got together? Oh, y'all were together for this long. Okay. So when did y'all break up? Oh, y'all broke up then. Like, I just don't see them asking any follow-up questions, and it's kind of blowing my mind a little bit. So then the ex-girlfriend also said that with Chris, it sounds like with Chris wants somebody that's just gonna be there just to support him and what he does. And so Jessica did ask for clarification on that. She said, oh girl, it's all the above. You got to be his cook, his maid, his everything. And so the girlfriend said that the relationship with Chris was one of servitude. I was like, oh well, hell no. A relationship of servitude and he didn't give nothing back to you. Ma'am, you should have exited that relationship a long time ago. No offense to Chris, but absolutely not. No way in the hell. So the ex-girlfriend, I don't think she wasn't really feeling Jessica, right? She feels like Jessica is Jessica's personality. I don't think there's anything wrong with Jessica personally. Just me being honest, I don't think there's anything wrong with her because if she, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about Jessica in the live chat and in the comments. Like, I don't think she's a bad person, and I think that's kind of the narrative that it was not a bad person, but she might be a bit more like I guess you would start to say abrasive, in your face, stuff like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in that about this, and we'll discuss it. So the next date we have is Herbert, right? Herbert and his wandering eyes. Oh, I try not to look at it when I see Herbert on my screen. I try to look everywhere but his eyes because one is going one direction and one is going the other direction, and there's no shade to him, but I really just be trying to look the other direction, right? So he's introducing Janelle to his ex-girlfriend, right? She was a very beautiful woman, by the way. All the women are beautiful. So here's the thing that I have a question about with like I said earlier. The problem that I'm having with these people is what conversations are they having? Because y'all cannot be having in-depth conversations to not know certain things. Y'all cannot be having in-depth conversations, right? Because let's go back to last week's episode when Quentin did not know that Janelle was adopted, right? But y'all talk on the phone so much. Yes, LNV, his eyes wander. Go back and watch the episode and just look at his eyes. One is looking straight and the other one is looking to the side. And it is not me trying to be shady to the man. I'm sorry. It's not me being shady. It's just something that I observed. You said I never paid much attention to him to notice. Ugh. Doing reviews, I have to pay attention. But here's the thing. So they're talking about children, right? You guys know Herbert wants kids of his own, and that's fine. Nothing against that, right? There are some people who want to have children that are biologically theirs, and there are some people who like, I don't want to have my own biological children. I want to adopt, right? Now, I don't remember what the conversation was last week with Janelle and Quentin, but I do know that she was on a I do know that she's on a timeline for having children, right? But from the conversation that she was having last week about the timeline and her age, it sounded to me like she's saying, I want to have my own biological children. But then in this episode and in this scene right here with Herbert, she's saying that she doesn't know if she wants to have biological children, but she knows that she wants to adopt. And he has an issue with that. And I was like, why do you have an issue with that? Children are children. Granted, would prefer to have biological children, right? But if you adopt, what's wrong with that? Like, I mean, you still have a child, and you're still giving that love to someone else. So I just don't understand it. For me personally, I don't understand it. If you guys, can understand it, you guys can let me know. But I just don't see the difference, because if you have love for your own child, you can also have love for a child who needs a family. You can have a child, you have love for a child who needs a family. So I didn't understand his hesitation. I really didn't. So you say Herbert is too old to be wanting a baby. Old men produce babies with health issues. Google it. Okay. I will definitely Google that. But yeah, I just don't understand why he wants to have, why he's so fixated on biological children. But hey, it is what it is, right? But that's why I say, what conversations are these people literally having? Because you should have already known going into this. That shouldn't have been a shock to you that she wants to adopt children. That should have never been a shock to Herbert whatsoever. But like I said, what conversations are these people truly having? Because I don't think they having the in-depth conversations. Does Herbert have kids? I can't remember if he has kids or not. I don't think he does. I don't think Herbert does. I think of the men that's left, the only ones who have kids is Chris, Phil, and Mario. I think they're the only two that have kids that are currently left. You say the study found that babies born to older fathers had an increased risk of cleft lip or palate, heart defects, autism, schizophrenia, and bipolar disorder. That's very interesting. I did not know that. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely gonna do a deeper dive into that because that's very interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you for educating me on that one. I appreciate that one for real. But yeah, I just don't understand this date. I'm going back to what I've been saying. There are literally no connections on this show. I don't see them. So the next date we have is Mario. So Mario is introducing Sierra to his ex, right? And so I want to point something out, you guys, because I was looking at this scene with Sierra when she was in her interview with the producers, and she had that it looked like some blue jean pants on. I was like, ma'am, what is this? And I tweeted it last night. I was like, what is it? I was like, oh, is it a pair of blue jean crotch? Is it the crotch of a pair of blue jeans that they designed to be a dress? So she tweeted me and she told me no, that it's not, it's Balenciaga. And what it is a shirt, it's a shirt, right? That is in it's a skirt that they've turned into a shirt. And she actually sent me her full look. So I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys. So that is Sierra's full look. So it looks better on this photo than it did on camera, because on camera you cannot see that whole thing. But it looks really nice, you guys. So it looks nice. I like it. Now on the screen, it wasn't really, it wasn't really doing much for me, because I was so confused about what the hell it was on the screen. I was so confused about what that thing was on the screen. Give me just a second, you guys. Get the There we go. Uh, Shana says Sierra loves her some denim. She does. Denim, denim, denim. Shout out to Misha for that one. But so she's having a date with Mario, right? And Mario said this is a recent connection. I'm like, I don't care who tell it. This is not a recent connection. I feel like this is a numbers game. Mario is not fooling me, right? Because we're getting down to the bottom. So I feel like he was trying to find himself a connection, right? So so the friend asked Sierra, the ex-girlfriend asked Sierra, how does she feel about premarital sex, right? Sierra says she's fine with it, right? You got to test drive the car, because this girl, when she said that she don't want to play what did she say, thumb war with it or something? I was like, oh my god. I was like, not thumb war, or whatever she said. It was hilarious to me. So what I will say about Sierra, because not Herbert, but Mario said it in this scene. He called her the homie. And I was like, I've been saying that for quite some time. When it comes to Sierra and with Lee, right? Lee just fades into the background from what we can see, right? But with Sierra, I can see them looking at Sierra as the homegirl, right? The homegirl that we can laugh with, we can chop it up with, and we can have fun with, right? Go to the bar, get a drink. I don't think that any of these men see Sierra in the light of a relationship. And I don't think that's going to bode well for Sierra. I don't think that's going to bode well for Sierra. I don't think that her connection is here. Again, I don't think anybody's connection is here, but I damn sure don't think Sierra's connection is here, because I don't think these men look at Sierra like that. I just don't see that. Me personally, I don't think they're seeing Sierra in that light. I think Sierra is literally for them going to be the homie. And Ellen says Sierra is the drunk homie. Exactly. Yeah. She's definitely the homie, right? She's the homie that you can go to the bar with. She's the homie that you can, unfortunately, she would be the homie that they take to the bar and like, oh yeah, I want that girl right there. And Sierra with her, with her bubbly, funny personality, she would be the one that, they would use for that. But again, like I said, I just don't see but again, I don't see the connections for anybody with this cast. So there's nothing against Sierra, but I just see them friends on a Sierra. I really do feel that with them. Now, I do want to point out one thing that I didn't say in my pre-recorded review. I thought I didn't, so when Mario kept saying he missed it with his ex, I was like, so do you want to get back with her, sir? Because you keep talking about how you missed it. Do you want to get back with this woman? Because that's really what it's given to me, is that you missed that old thing and you're trying to get back with it. Like, that's the vibe that I got. But I definitely want you guys to tell me what if that's what you guys caught as well. Because it definitely gave me, oh, I missed my old thing and I'm trying to get back with it. So then the next day we got Phil. He's introducing Katerina, Aries, and Kira to his ex-girlfriend, right? So what I will say, Miss Kira, I hope at the reunion you issued an apology to Quentin for judging him, right? Because you asked Quentin if he liked white women, but the true person in this cast that might like white women is Phil, not Quentin. LMV says he did say he missed it. Sierra's mood changed. It really did, and I didn't blame Sierra, because I was thrown off by that too. Like, say what now, sir? You said you missed this. Well, should I get up and leave from this table and you can have this back? Because I would have been gone the minute he said he missed this. No, sir. You are not going to play in my face. Not today, Satan. Not today. So yeah, with Phil, I didn't even catch what his ex name was, but the one thing that I want to say, Katarina, you are a very beautiful woman, but that wig, that wig is very, 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 very heavy. I know your head is being weighed down by that wig. Oh God, I can't even stop looking at that wig. It's just a lot of hair in it, right? So so Katarina and Kira, they were at his home with her, and then Aries, she was on a date solo with him, right? And I said that actually kind of speaks volumes, right? The fact that he did a solo date with Aries, and when he was sitting with Aries, he had his hands on Aries' lap, right? And so the ex-girlfriend was talking about how with their relationship there was no physical attraction, right? And then she was telling that, with, and then Aries like, well, shit, girl, physical attraction ain't a problem from us, because under this table he got his hand right on my knee. And so the camera panned down, right, and we saw it, right? So she did also say with their relationship, she never really knew where they were in the relationship, if they were just in the friend zone or what. I was like, I'm not going to stay in a relationship where we are still trying to figure out if we are friends or not, because ain't no way in the hell, because absolutely not. When you talk to somebody, you know what the relationship is, right? You know if you are just going to be friends with them, or you know if it's a romantic relationship. So we ain't finna play that game of, are we friends? Are we smashing buddies? What? No, we're not gonna play that game. Not at this big grown age. LMB says, speaking of wigs, Kat knows she wrong for letting her friend come on TV with their wig next episode. What the fuck is that? I didn't even finish watching the preview for next week's episode. I'm gonna go back and watch it after I get off of here. But her friend had a terrible wig. Oh, poor friend. But so yeah, so I think Katarina asked the question of like, was there what was going on with what was going on with him in that point in time in the relationship. And he was talking about there was a lack of work, right? So you guys know that I work in the insurance world, so I knew exactly what he was talking about. I've never done his line of work, but I know that line of work specifically, right? So he's what we in the insurance world call an IA adjuster. So he's an independent adjuster. So he doesn't work for, any of the insurance companies, right? So I work for an actual insurance company. So what he does is, if he works for a firm, they'll send the firm work for them, and then whenever they have work, they'll assign it out. If they don't have work, you don't work, right? And it sounds like he is what we call a cat adjuster. So that is a catastrophe adjuster. So people who deal with, the storms, the floods, the hurricanes, the fires, and stuff like that, any natural disasters. Thus, it sounds like what he does. And like like with hurricane season coming up, an independent adjuster, they're gonna be making a shitload of money when because there's a hurricane coming. I think Hurricane Hillary, right? If it caused devastation, they're gonna be making buku amount of money, right? What they make in 6 months, I make in a year, right? They make more money in a short amount of time than I make in my whole year. So when he was talking about the fact that whenever the weather is really good, he ain't doing nothing, he's right. Like if if there's good weather, unfortunately, they do thrive on the bad weather, because that's where they make all their money, right? So yeah, I was cool with that. For me, I was confused why Kira was there. I don't know what connection. Kira has no connections with anybody. I don't even know why Kira's on this show. Kira and her white boots can go away from me. Like, go away from me with this Apollo, right? Kira and her white boots need to go somewhere, because I'm just not feeling Kira. I don't like Kira. Um, yeah, Kira ain't my cup of tea. Kira is not for me. So yeah, after that, we get to the gentleman's lounge, you guys. You say he should move to Florida. The weather always wild here. So what I will say, so we work different states, right? So for him, he travels. So I think he's a field adjuster. So a field adjuster, they do travel. They do travel. So wherever there's a storm, wherever, like like let's say because New Orleans, right? If a storm goes to New Orleans, right, and they have to go out and look at the devastation, they actually have to physically go out there and look at it. So they will travel and they get paid to travel too, right? So yeah, it's not like he's just going to do it from his a desk. He will have to travel to go look at it. He has to go out and do a physical inspection of the property, write up an estimate, and give it to that person, right? So they get paid for the time that they get paid. But the only downside with that is they work irregular hours, and I can't do that. Like they may have to they work the holidays, and they work Saturdays and Sundays, things that I refuse to do. So Shana says the producers made Kira go on that date. They had to, because other than that, who the hell she got a connection with? Because it ain't nobody. So I'm not gonna talk about what happened in the gentleman's lounge because I honestly don't care. So we didn't get down to the eliminate. So the eliminate was Chris. He was on a date with Sierra. What I will say about Sierra is those boots that she had on, those checkered boots. I love those boots. Those boots were badass, right? And then who was on a date with was it was it no, who the hell was it on a date with Kira? Was it Mario or was it Phil? Somebody went on a date with on the eliminate with Kira, and ultimately it was Kira and her white boots that got the boot this week, and I was thankful for that. Thank God I don't have to look at Kira again. With her proximity to whiteness. Get the hell out of here with that. But ugh, Kira is gone, and I am elated about that. But yeah, I want you guys to definitely tell me what you guys thought about this episode down in the live chat. Did you guys enjoy this episode? For me, it's a no. But this season for me is a no as well. But yeah, I definitely want to know what you guys think. Those boots match Wendy Williams' house floors. Oh my God. Not her house floors. I can never get past how gaudy Wendy Williams' apartment was when she was doing her show from home. That apartment was so fucking gaudy. Mm, 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 mm. Not Shana says, I enjoyed Kira leaving. Not you enjoyed the girl leaving. That was the best part of the episode for you, Shana. The girl leaving. The girl leaving was the. Oh my God. I can't with y'all. And see, y'all wonder why some of these, when I tell y'all some of these Ready to Love people can't stand, some of these people don't like me from Ready to Love. And some of y'all be the reason because y'all comments, because some of them have been in my, you guys do know that they do, a lot of them watch us, right? And sometimes some of them hop in them DMs and they don't be happy with what things be said in the live chats or me in particular, right? Woo. I can't with y'all. I only enjoy Chris and Maria's dates. Chris, and Maria. Which date of Maria's did you enjoy, Ellen? Please let me know. Was it the first one or was it the Sierra date? Because that one was horrible, and the first one was even worse. But you say that Shana was right. Shana was right. I enjoy Kira leaving. I'm so glad that we don't have to listen to her and hear that voice. You say, well, in our defense, we react to what we see, so they need to behave and we won't be mean. That's why I say that a lot of times, like I'm only reacting to what I see on the show. So, and I've said it plenty of times, like I don't care what the editing says, but some of them are very respectful of me. And a lot of times they'll come in my DMs and they'll try to give me the long detailed story about what happened behind the scenes. Like, who can I tell? So there are two people from the Miami season, the last Miami season and the previous Miami season, that gave me a lot of behind the scenes tea, right? One of them, you guys already know who it is, Tony. Tony gave me a lot of behind the scenes tea from last season. And then the first Miami season, the only reason why this person gave me so much tea is because she was pissed off about what was said in my live chats by one of her cast members, and that was Jamala. Jamala, Jamala came in my DMs on Instagram. Oh my God, it was hilarious, you guys, because she was going off, and not at me. She was going off about a certain cast member, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, man, I was just reading the comments, what she said. Like, I wasn't there. Like, I don't know what happened, but Jamala went off about that one person, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but she went off about that person, and I was like, you know what? I just let her vent, and I was like, I get what you're saying, I hear what you're saying, but that ain't got nothing to do with me, and yeah, your issue with that person is not my issue. Oh, oh, you said the pagan date, and then you said, well, what was said? I'm nosy. I told I wouldn't say because some of the stuff I actually don't want to repeat because it wasn't like the nicest things that was said about this person. So some of the stuff I just don't want. I never want to repeat it because she went really left on that person. But yeah, that's about all I can say. But some of the stuff wasn't really the best things to say. And me and that person, we are actually kind of cool with each other, so I definitely won't repeat it. Shana says, give one of them an interview. We'll see about that. We will see about that one, Shayna. Well, I was supposed to do an interview with Tony last season, but he never reached back out to me. LMV says, I have a feeling I know who. Oh, I'm pretty sure you guys do. It's very easy to know who I'm talking about. If you guys just go back to her season and see who all she had issues with at the reunion, it's very telling. But again, like I said, just because me and that person, we actually, the reason why I won't say what she said is because me and that person that she talked about, we actually do have we haven't talked here lately, but whenever I post things on Instagram, she definitely does. Like whenever I post stuff about my mom, she definitely does respond to me, and she's a very sweet girl from what I saw from interacting with her. She's a very very sweet girl, so I have nothing negative to say about her, but unfortunately, Jamala did. Jamala has some some not so nice things to say about her, but hey, I won't repeat them. That's just who I am. If I know that I'm cool with somebody and they have issues with someone else, I won't say anything because if you actually look at that interaction, if you were to see our interaction, I never said anything negative about her. I was just letting her vent, like, girl, set yourself off right. But hey, that's it, you guys. But yeah, the regular Love cast, they're very active when it comes to us reviewers that they watch. Some of them like us, some of them are cool. Others, yeah, no, some of them don't like me. Quite a few of them, and I know some of them for a fact that don't, because they've let it be known on social media. I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm only talking about what I see on this show. But that's it, you guys. The pre-recorded review, it's already edited and it's uploaded, so once I get off of here, I am going to share the video for you guys. So definitely go check out the pre-recorded video, and also, you guys, I'm uploading my Love After Lockup. If you guys watch that, that'll be up very soon. And then in about 30 minutes or so, I'm still trying to export my Hot Topics video, so that'll be up as well. So you guys have a lot of content from me coming today, and I think I'm going to try to do another live today for Love After Lockup. I just don't know what time. If I don't do it today, it'll be tomorrow before I do that damn Love and Marriage Detroit. Thank God next week is the season finale of Love and Marriage Detroit because I'm so over that damn show. But that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. I will catch you guys later. You guys know to stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, you guys. Be blessed. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, and also, you guys, go and check out Shana. Go check out Shana's channel. Go to Shana's channel. I'm gonna put her on the screen. Go check out Shana. She does Rated to Love. She does Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She did Love and Hip Hop Miami this week. What else did she do this week? She's done a lot of stuff. Go check Shana out. Shana is almost close to her 1,000. I think you're almost at 900 now. But yeah, go subscribe to Shana's channel. Go check out Shana's channel. And yes, I will absolutely drop her link. In the What I'll do is I'm gonna go back and actually let me see if I can find Shana's link before I get off of here. Let me see if I can get Shana's link. Give me a second, you guys. I'm trying to multitask here, and I ain't the best at it. Actually, what I'm gonna do is with Shayna's link, I'm gonna put it in the description box, you guys. So once I I have some things, other things to do, but I'm definitely going to put Shayna's link in my description box. So please go check out the description box. I actually think I've shared Shayna to my community tab, you guys. Go check out my community tab, but I definitely will share her again on my community tab. And I will definitely put her link in my description box, you guys. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Oh, and you are so welcome, Shayna. Catch you guys later.